Tell me a little bit about your daughter with special needs.
So my daughter Ellie is 12 years old, and she has Down syndrome. She goes to school in a gen ed class.
And tell me about the process of navigating the Medicaid waiver.
It is an arduous multi-year process. At least that's what it's been for me, and I've heard that's pretty common. And I'm not even through it yet. And just by way of background, I'm college educated, grad school educated, English first language, and invest in healthcare services companies where Medicaid is the payer in often cases. So I have fluency in the Medicaid process, and yet I find it incredibly difficult and confusing and arduous. And I cannot imagine what it must be like if, for a single mom, high school educated, English is a second language. I think it'd be virtually impossible to navigate the system. From my experience in going through it, it all started with applying for Medicaid, which involved getting complete diagnostic assessments of Ellie, psychological, physical, medical reviews, letters from her teachers, just a comprehensive paper-oriented, nothing's electronic, review submission process. That took the better part of a year just to get Medicaid approved. And even then, that doesn't really accomplish much of anything. We need to get a Medicaid waiver, which will be particularly important as she becomes an adult because it will help facilitate special needs housing for her so that she can live an independent life on her own. And so to navigate the Medicaid waiver process involves many layers, many different organizations and players. I've gone through multiple sessions with OPWDD, which is the Office for People with Developmental Disabilities, for training on this process. I have a care coordinator that I had to find. There's only 4 of them in our county. 3 never returned my phone calls. 1 fortunately did. So I have a care coordinator helping me navigate this process. I will need to get, once approved for Medicaid waiver, which will probably be another 6 to 12 months now. I'm 18 months in. I'll need to get a support broker to help facilitate and a financial intermediary, 2 different roles that are involved with funds flows that I have to find, I have to manage. And ultimately, we have a care coordinator, support broker, financial intermediary, OPWDD. Everyone has a voice. Everyone has a say. No one really talks to each other. No one reports to anyone in particular. I have to manage and figure out the whole thing myself. So how is it? It's really complicated. It takes a long time. It's incredibly frustrating. There are many barriers and gates thrown up along the way to try to deter, delay, admission into this process.